But I feel like that's going to happen though.
What?
What actually happened this month? Like the whole pardoning of that person.
Pardoning of what?
There's a guy. His name is Joe Arpaio. He was the sheriff of Arizona at one point.
Okay.
And what happened? And he was found guilty of using racial profiling and arrests.
Okay.
And that became a federal crime. And then Trump pardoned him. If you don't know what a pardon is, it's a presidential power which the president can absolve the crimes of anyone as long as it's a federal
Offense.
offense. Yes.
Lovely.
Yes. So this is the guy he pardons. And this is coming out of Charlottesville, which is what you're currently reading on. You come back to me on that.
I can see why you don't want to talk about it on this.
Yes, because it's like that's not the only thing wrong with what happened. Basically, I am also being very set on fire.
I think you just probably demonstrated how bad it is.
It is very bad.
Like, you're just throwing yourself into lava constantly.
Yes.
That's how bad it is.
Although I'm not used to the nunchucks anymore either, because now I play Smash with the GameCube controller. Funny how things change. Well, there was a Smash 4 event, I think, somewhere. Or was it Smash? Or was it Melee? All I know is that I think it was a Melee event because there was a guy who was playing Samus in the top tier.
Huh.
He got to losers. He got to losers finals, I believe, with a Samus, which is basically in terms of Smash Brothers, the video game, a big fucking deal. Ow. Please. Ow! Anytime you're ready, and then I can start blabbing my mouth and get very angry at video games.
I mean, aren't you already doing that?
Almost. I'm not at that level yet,
Oh,
but I'm getting close.
So if you die in a stupid way again, I should expect some loud yelling.
Please? Thank you. Ooh, nice.
Nice!
I meant for that to happen. I totally meant for that to happen too. I wonder if I should just go for it.
Probably.
Oh yeah, totally.
Nice!
I'm gonna burn my ass to the finish line! Uh-oh.
What did you knock down?
The Wiimote.
Oh.
I went too far. I ran too fast.
You had too much fast.
Yeah. Although actually, the Switch actually has a pretty good lineup now. After a few months has passed, don't you think?
Yeah, it's definitely got some pretty neat games.
I think it's missing some. I think it's missing some action games, but it has the puzzle game. It has the puzzle game. No. What am I talking about? Breath of the Wild is definitely an action game. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm done. Okay. So they got Breath of the Wild, which is the action RPG type video game. They have Mario Kart Deluxe 8, the racing game. They have the... Oh yeah, it's the next universe galaxy thing. What are these things? God damn it.
Even I don't know.
Why are the universes called worlds and why are the worlds called galaxy? I am calling bullshit on this. Alright. Now it's going to have the strategy game with Mario and Rabbids if people decide to buy that. Although it does have a season pass on it, so I don't care for it at all. Oh no.
What?
It's the light bulb. Light bulb galaxy.
Oh, we're gonna see that again?
I'm saving that for later. I'm going back into here. And then afterwards, they're going to have Odyssey and Disgaea.
Yeah, Odyssey looks like it's pretty cool.
And fucking Disgaea 5.
Oh yeah, Disgaea is a thing.
Yes, it is a video game that people play. I believe it also... I think that's also the one with the Monster Hunter reference in it.
Huh.
There's a four-person team attack where one guy sets up a trap and well, first they beat up the person and then a guy sets up a trap, a pitfall trap, and then start taunting the guy to come over and so he falls into the trap, and then they plant bombs around him. How coy.
Are you gonna have me play through Disgaea?
Hell no! This guy is an awful time sink. I'm playing Breath of Fire right now, actually, for the Game Boy Advance.
I mean, you're talking to the same guy who decided to go 100% IPDs in Artanoco 2.
I was the one who told you to. Actually, you decided after I asked you if you wanted to, but still, I did it first.
You're telling this to someone who did it even though I was told not to bother with it.
Yeah.
I spent actual hours.
we spent actual hours. It was a
when I was farming for the last IPD.
Oh, the last one, right.
Yeah, that one. So, you know, I am pretty crazy.
So it was a group effort. It was a group 99% effort.
Where'd the 1% go?
On the last IPD.
Oh.
Right? That's how it works. There's 100 IPD, so if you minus 1%, that becomes incomplete. That becomes incomplete and dishonor on your family. I missed. That works out for me, though. Although, what else was announced for the Switch? Because they have the whole announcement, like, what the? Okay, fine.
Wow, that's weird. Good job.
I can definitely see where I am. No! No! Long jump, you fucking idiot plumber!
This game hates you.
It does, doesn't it? I'm just gonna fuck this area. Screw this area, I'm speedrunning. Get out of my house. Especially you. You especially go out. So yes, I'm playing Breath of Fire for the Game Boy Advance, which is an adaptation for some Famicom game, I believe. I believe it's Famicom. It's a Capcom RPG. Yeah. It was made by Capcom, so there's that.
Huh.
Although the one thing I can say about it is that it's an old fucking game, and it's very manual. If you know what I'm talking about, as in you need a manual to play this game.
Oh, that kind of manual.
Let me tell you something. The game doesn't explain to you a lot of things. For example, there's this one place. Oh, I already completed it. Okay.
Oh.
There's this one place. There's this one place where you have to, where you get a new character, right?
Yeah.
And you're told to go somewhere. You're told to go back to some place, right? And they told you to go to a place near that, right?
Okay.
But it's blocked by trees. Oh, I fell off without paying attention because I'm too small. I can't see.
Good job.
Yeah. So it's blocked by some trees and you can't go through them, right? And if the game doesn't tell you this, so I'm pretty sure this is definitely probably in the manual. But you can switch characters with using the shoulder buttons. Using the shoulder buttons, it will switch the characters. Like who's the leader, and depending on who's the leader, you get special effects. And the new character you get can walk through trees. Convenient much.
Oh.
Like that has to be something that's explained in the manual. No doubt at that. I thought he was gonna push me forward. Okay.
No.
No. Physics.
How do they work? Don't answer.
Don't answer. You don't need to answer physics. Physics is the bane of everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with physics in my next turn.
Actually, it is like in Germany. I think it's the most underscored subject for STEM at least. If it's 70% in STEM, there's probably even more hell for things that aren't STEM. Jesus Christ, for those who have to take it, I mean. Alright, finally got this star. But Jesus. So you finished reading it, yeah? Yeah. I didn't... I
can see why you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Did you get to the part about Trump's involvement in this?
No, and I don't think I want to.
Oh god. It's even worse. Like, the Charlottesville thing is bad to itself, but then what Trump said is even worse.
I already get to hear enough about Trump just
But
looking through world news. I don't need any more right now.
Basically, if you ever go on Reddit and see something about memes and it has something about both sides, that's where it comes from. Yeah. Not a particularly good. This music is too peaceful. I need rage. I can't eat. Oh, I can't eat you.
Oh no.
Yep, it's this again.
Oh.
Everyone's favorite power-up.
Oh, that's neat.
Room.
It acts sort of like an X-ray on the ones that do exist.
Oh yeah, that's just a thing.
That's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. What up? Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah!
You didn't do it in time.
Nope. I tried. There was an attempt. Trust me, I'm the doctor. Oh. Alright. That was actually a very close checkpoint to the beginning. All because I wanted to get this one up. Oh! 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 Looks like the light bulb thing shows a lot of things, I'm sure.
Are you okay, sir?
Get over here. I need this mushroom. Give me mushrooms. I made sure that time. Anyway. So yeah, it's not a very good thing. I'll talk about Arpaio now, basically.
Arpaio?
Arpaio. He's the sheriff I was talking about.
Oh.
So he was part of racial profiling.
Okay.
Right? Like this guy, although this guy he's basically a full-blown psychopath.
Lovely.
Yeah, his one interesting fun fact of the day is that Arpaio's police division had its very own tank.
Tank?
tank. And we're not talking. And like this is, and it's the type of tanks you think about when you're playing the Call of Duties. We're talking like an artillery tank that fires shells inaccurately at the buildings for the sole purpose of destruction. Type. Like we are not fooling around with this. This is a thing that is happening.
A legit tank.
A legit tank, and Steven Seagal was the guy who drove it.
Holy shit!
And they used it in a domestic whatever it's called, domestic thing. There's a gap in there. Okay. They used it against the guys, right? They brought it to his house and he killed his dog. And then the guy sued the county.
So this is the guy that Trump chose to pardon.
Yes, the guy who drives a motherfucking tank into people's houses and murders their dogs. The poor puppies, man.
So, you sure America's not screwed yet?
Not yet. Not yet. Because now Trump has also made headlines that he's reversing a ban on police people getting military surpluses, which ranges anything between bulletproof vests
bulletproof vests seem like a good idea.
To machine guns.
Okay, that I have some slight concerns over, maybe.
And also tanks, like the one that drove over a puppy. Can I get it from here? I can. Okay.
Nice.
I just wanted that coin. I don't know why.
What is this reality we're living in?
This is Trump's America. It's a phenomenon.
This is Bizarro World.
It kind of does seem that way, but it's not. All hope's not lost yet. If anything, Trump taught us to stick to with each other and hate Republicans. Really, that's the only thing people can come up with. Like, I don't have anything against Republicans, but like with the way things are right now, Republicans are the only people to blame for all of this. You can blame certain Republicans, but in the end, if you're not talking about it, you're complicit. Is the way that this world is going into right now. Which is unfortunate, because Republican isn't necessarily a bad thing. Where is the platform? It's over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, this time don't fall stupidly to your death.
What's that? Fall stupidly into your death? Great idea!
I know, right? But yeah, like I said, it's tense, but it's not particularly bad.
Oh no. Those platforms again?
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is probably a bit more than I can understand. Not particularly true. But yeah. Oh, I already completed it. Okay. If this presidential period taught us anything, it's that the young people need to step up and actually represent.
Otherwise we get stuff like this happening?
Basically. Oh, hey, candles.
Candles are always pretty
cool. The box
cool.
opened up an invisible... The box opened up an invisible... Fuck you, Yoshi!
That could have killed you!
It could have, but it didn't.
It somehow didn't.
Oh, I can snuff these out, right? Yeah. I wonder if there's an achievement associated with this. Achievement unlocked.
It's your birthday.
Holy crap! I used to play that Flash game.
What?
Do you know the Flash game achievement unlocked?
Oh, that game, yeah.
Yeah. What happened to Flash games, man?
People
People played them all the time.
Yeah.
That was huge. Like I remember Flash Portal, Miniclip still up, I think.
Newgrounds. Newgrounds, I think, is still going. Congregate, I remember
Armor Games, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
Armor
called.
Games.
Armor Games. Jesus Christ. Hall Pass, kinda.
I don't remember that one.
It's basically just hosting, so that's all. There's so many of them. Holy, yeah, there was a shit ton of them. That was like whole fucking craze. Like people played it during class in middle school craze. I should tell you that story. Right, story time. Story time. I took my first experience with quote unquote massive quote unquotes, like humongous quotation marks. They're about as big as fucking Alaska. Like my first time with computer science is basically just doing things on computer, not actually coding. Like we're working with like popular programs and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like Photoshop and like making movies and stuff. Right? It was a fairly easy class, but like because we had computers and people are fucking in middle school, right? The people were goofing off way too much, right? So that people were actually playing on playing mini clap. There he is.
Well.
All right.
I guess I should probably move things.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, ow. Not now, Mario. Only when you're on the ship. So yes, people were goofing off and playing miniclip and not actually doing the things that they were supposed to do, right?
Okay.
And so I was doing that class, right? I didn't understand a single goddamn thing we were doing, but I got 100% in that class. As in, like, everything 100% in that class.
Wow.
Just because I did everything, right? I was the only person who got 100% in that class.
Wow.
And he just grades you if you did it. That's... Hello. Yeah. Right?
We're recording.
Yeah, we are recording. This is probably the last star I'm gonna go because I'm in the middle of story time.